Hello, my name is Aaron Fuller. I'm a 36-year-old aspiring actor from Sacramento, California, and this is my testimonial. Basically, in a nutshell, I'm kind of going to break it down to you about my success and my progress on this path I've chosen for this career in acting and entertainment. For me, acting and entertainment has been a passion of mine for as far back as I can remember, into my early childhood. And to make a long story short, I was casted on a few plays in my youth and took drama and a few other things. That's about the extent of my experience. But it was something that I enjoyed and I loved, and it was something that I wanted to do. But one thing is, when we're young, we don't have the same mindset as we are going to have as an adult. And with me, that is the case. My mindset is completely different from when I was younger. So when I grew up and became an adult, into my early adulthood, I found myself doing jobs and just found myself unhappy and miserable. I was trying to figure out what I needed to do to make myself, feel happy, enjoy the work that I was doing. I just wasn't finding it. So, almost 5 years ago, I married the most wonderful woman I've ever met, and she has been my number one supporter. She has stood behind me 150%, not once trying to discourage me away from doing this. And, the reason I even did this to begin with was just a few years ago, after we got married, my wife actually started having some serious health issues, and it was becoming a threat on her life. And so we were really afraid, especially me, and we didn't know what to do. Well, I got down on my knees and I prayed, and we found treatment through a new test study that they were doing. And out of 150 people, my wife was the only person that it cured. And so when that happened, it really made me take a step back and realize that life is extremely short, and I needed to analyze everything in my life and figure out what I needed to do to change my future and change the way I was feeling. And that's when I realized that acting is something that I love doing, and it's something that I want to do. So I decided that I was going to pursue this career. With that being said, I came into this 150% dedicated and determined. There is no failure, there is no backing out, there is no quitting. There's only moving forward, getting better, and learning. And that's where I'm at right now. And so at that point, I realized I needed to educate myself on the industry, educate myself on a lot of things. And so I went online and realized that I was going to need to get some professional advice and start trying to get some exposure. So that's when I was introduced to Explore Talent. And they are an amazing agency and company. I mean, they have, from the very first moment I spoke to them, they have been so wonderful. I mean, and I'm not just saying this, I'm telling you that if you are interested in becoming an actor or getting in entertainment, a model, anything, they are an amazing company to start with. And the minute I came on with them, they treated me like I was part of the family, They told me whatever questions I had, I could call, and I had a million questions for them. And I called all the time, and not once did they get irritable or say they couldn't help me. They were wonderful from beginning to end. They helped me create a profile page. They gave me the tools for success on things that I needed to do to be successful in doing this. And they were just tremendously helpful, and they taught me how to catch the casting director's eye, what things I needed to do to improve my profile or improve my chances of getting to an audition. And that's exactly what happened. Everything started to improve. Amazing opportunities started to arise. Just in the last 30 days, I had something like almost 50 casting director invites for auditions. And some of those weren't even for jobs I applied. Those were casting directors that were looking at the talent, and my profile page caught their eye. Thank you again to Explore Talent, because they helped me. it's just been an amazing experience and ride, and I've enjoyed every moment of it. I mean, aside from this, I'm taking an acting class. I've done just a ton of auditions just in the last couple of months. Actually, in the last 2 weeks, I did 4 auditions for different films. And every audition I did, it turned out amazing. And so I'm really excited to start filming and building my resume, starting to have some films on my resume. And, you know, I just wouldn't be where I am right now if it wasn't for all the support and guidance and knowledge and all the experience I've gained along the way. And that, you know, that is from Explore Talent, that's from my wife and the people that stand behind me. These are all factors that play an enormous part in my success. So I wanted to share that with you, because if you have that determination, or you have a goal in this industry, you want to make sure that you take the right steps. And for me, going through Explore Talent was the very right step to do. And I'm just very grateful for everything that's turned out. Now I look at myself and my confidence is higher. I have hope, I have goals, I have dreams I can actually see that are within reach. And I'm just extremely excited to see where this all goes. Anyways, I really hope that this video, if it didn't inspire you, it entertains you, or maybe gave you gave you some answers that you were looking for. Either way, I hope you enjoyed my testimonial. Thank you so much for your time.